All right, gonna do a video on this 1969 Dodge Super Bee. Do a quick walk around of it here. It's an R6 red car, factory fresh air car. It's a performance axle package car, the 391 geared sure grip rear end, which is still under the car. The numbers matching motor and transmission is no longer with the car. It does have a 383 in it, but it's not the numbers motor and transmission. Good looking car, be a good restoration project. It's a largely complete project. It's not fully complete. It's missing things like the front seats, and I don't believe it has a drive shaft in it. Some pieces under the hood, but it is largely complete. Pop the hood. There's a 383 that's in it. I don't know anything about this motor. This motor was with the car when I bought it, other than I know it's not a numbers matching motor. It's a free spinning motor, and I'll spin it for you here in just a second, but I do not have any knowledge of the motor, so I will not vouch for the motor. And anytime you're buying a motor you don't hear run, it's always a good idea to plan on tearing it down and at least inspecting it. It's got Edelbrock RPM cylinder heads on it. I have noticed that a couple of pedestals on them have been repaired. Look like good repair jobs, but nevertheless they've been repaired. There'll be some pictures of those repairs on the Google Drive link that's in the description section of this video. So you can take a look at that and see what I'm talking about. I'm going to reach down and spin the motor for you. It's been hot in here in Oklahoma today, so I'm sweating. But motor turns nice and free, smooth the whole way around. The fiberglass part of the fresh air hood is all still there. Fender tag is on the car. There'll be pictures of the fender tag. Body numbers match. You won't be able to tell much right there, but that does match, as well as the one on the radiator, or on the transmission, excuse me, the deck lid lip. Walk around and pop the trunk. Like virtually all of them, it does need a... I don't know if this side was sitting down or what, but the rust in the trunk pan right here and that lower quarter is certainly worse on the passenger side, the right-hand side of the car, than it is the driver's side. But it does need a transmission pan. Like I said, that body number there does match. There'll be good pictures of that at the Google Drive link in the description. Rear window, this was not a vinyl top car, so the roof is in excellent shape. Even the lower corners of the back glass down here, there are some pinholes of rust in there, but that ain't nearly as bad as you normally see these. That would be what I'd consider the worst rust on the car. That lower quarter panel there is just gone. The rest of the quarter's not bad. Got a little bit there in front of it. I'll get down low here in a minute, but there are a couple of spots in that rocker panel there. But that's really where the rust is confined in the car. Lower rocker, lower quarters, a little bit in the back window corners, and then of course the trunk floor. This quarter panel over here, it does have some down low as well. Not as bad as that other side, but nevertheless, it's there. Let's look at the inside. Floor pan in the car is really nice. It's got Pour 15 on it to stabilize it. Had surface rust on it that I took a wire brush wheel, knocked off, and then put the Pour 15 on it to stabilize it. It does not need to be replaced. Rally dash car. R6 red car, white interior. Again, would have been a very pretty car. Still got the original tire pressure. Of course, the fresh air scoops are there. And then frame rails of this car are all very nice. They're not rotted. They do have a surface rust on them, you would expect, but there's no rust through on any of these frame rails. And again, that's that 391, the original 391 Sugar Rim there. Original Super B emblem. Let's see if I can focus under there without crawling down on the floor again. And there's that may actually be some type of a puncture there, but nevertheless, that rocker panel will need some repair. All right. We'll do one more rock around of it. Make somebody a really good project car. Still got the original B emblem on the grill as well. Alright, what we got here is a 1968 383. Now this motor was rebuilt, bored out. These are 40 over pistons. I think you'll be able to see it on. See it right there, 40 over. Cylinder walls. There's no ring lip. This was a low mileage motor that the gentleman had let sit for a while in the car when we got it. It's out of that, not the numbers matching obviously, but it's out of that Super Bee right there. But it is a motor. It's not going to require any machine work other than, and I'll show you this in just a second. It does, as we were cleaning it up, I noticed that right there. Spin it just a little bit further, son, but not much. Now that's good, actually. This cylinder is going to have to be sleeved. There's a crack right there, so clearly it froze. But so that one cylinder needs to be sleeved. But other than that, it's a good motor. The other cylinders are really nice, actually. But anyway, so that's the motor coming with it. 68 model, 383.